Hola, it's Brad Reynolds, hashtag Think Nashville. And today I'm here to talk about some long-standing trends in the real estate world. And I don't mean trends from the days gone by, trends like frosted tips in the late 90s or boy bands making a comeback like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Although they still are on the road touring for any ladies interested. No, I'm here to talk about things going on in our market. So what are some trends? Here's a quick one for you. 100 people a day move to Middle Tennessee. They have been for years, and I would expect that trend to continue. The Ford F-150 has been the #1 selling truck in all of America, 40 years now? I think that one will continue too. And Beanie Babies, if you're a product of the 90s like I am, your parents probably went out and spent way too much money on them. Mine personally didn't, but I bet you and your classmates did. That one, probably not coming back. So now let's look at 4 different trends here in the Nashville real estate market. #1, interest rates. Yes, they jumped up from their historic lows, and as of the week of August 8th, we're hovering around 5.5% on a 30-year. And while that is up from the 3s and 4s, I do think we'll kind of jump back and forth in the coming months between 4.5 to 5.5. So if you are on the fence, like I've talked about in numerous videos, don't wait too long because the rates will probably hang out there. #2, demand. Demand, surprisingly, for the year is about the same year over year for the first 7 months of the year this year versus the first 7 months of the year last year. Yes, rates are up, but demand has not shrunk that much substantially as of yet. We'll see where the market goes. With all the fun, family fun, jobs, new schools, new growth, new development, new everything, and no state income tax here locally, I would expect the demand to continue to stay consistent for the rest of this year. Like all major cities, Nashville has always had its in-demand neighborhoods and its less than desirable neighborhoods. And if I keep doing this, you're probably going to think about Dr. Evil.
$1 million.
That's a product of growing up in the 90s. But throw all those notions out the window. These days, with the rise of remote work, amazing restaurants, amazing gyms, amazing everything all over town, the notions of what's in demand versus not in demand is kind of blending together. Areas that were historically seen as not being as cool, maybe a Madison or Donaldson or Antioch or even the Nations, now are some of the most in-demand areas here in town. Trend 4, investor purchased homes. Nearly 30% of all homes in America, and even larger percentage here in Middle Tennessee, were bought by investors last year. They come in with their cash, they don't ask for concessions, they don't ask for repairs, they don't need financing because they've got the cash, and they buy the property. It can be very unnerving when you're a buyer in the traditional sense, where you have a down payment and 80% of it's a loan, and you need the bank to give you a loan. But be encouraged, because I would expect to see that number decline in the coming years. So what does that mean? Ultimately, these same groups that have been out here spending tens or hundreds or sometimes billions of dollars the last few years, I think will pull back a little bit. I know a bunch of people that work at different hedge funds and private equity groups around the country, and they are being more cautious than ever with their dollars. Ultimately, this will be a good thing for you and I, the everyday Joes, the people buying one house, whereas they're buying 1,000, and give us a greater chance to land the house and not be up against 20 other cash offers. So again, this isn't Magic the Gathering cards. These are some of the most recent trends in real estate: interest rates, demand, investor purchase properties, and neighborhood indifference. And whenever you are ready to buy, whenever that time may be, call us, because we'll be here next week, next year, 10 years. That trend is certain to stay. 615-856-3270 and Brad at thinkbrad.com. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to our channel already to do so. Drop us a comment, leave us a line, let us know where we can do better, and give us some hints on what we should do for our next video. Until then, we'll see you soon.